What's up, everyone? My name is Alan. I'm founder and consultant at For Now Marketing, and welcome to Braze for Technical Marketers. Let's talk about conversion events for campaigns in this video. Let's get started. So here I am on my old campaign that we've been working on for our previous videos. If I navigate to assign conversions, we actually are faced with a warning, an error issue. It says conversion events must be assigned during campaign creation and can no longer be changed because this campaign has launched. So one thing to note just from the get-go is once you launch a campaign, the conversion events cannot be changed or updated or added. So a lot of times when you launch, you want to make sure that the conversion has been considered and all the events you want to track for conversion, meaning is how successful is your campaign? Did your campaign make the users do the things that you want them to do from this message? Think about all that and then set those conversion events before you launch it. It's not the end of the world if you do launch without it because you can always relaunch a campaign, duplicate, recreate, and relaunch a campaign with the conversion event set up. But of course, if done correctly from the beginning, that is the most efficient way to go about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go back to campaigns. We can delete all the changes we had. I'm gonna duplicate the same campaign, and let's say I ended up having to turn off the old one, and then I had to make an updated welcome new user onboarding email. And now that I am starting scratch from a or not, I'm starting from a brand new or never launched before campaign. It's not brand new and it's also not starting from scratch because I duplicated it. But if I go to assign conversions, I am now able to edit the conversion page. All right, so Braze conversion events, and if we go back to their docs, we there's a lot more information here, but there is such thing as a primary conversion event, as well as three other conversion events. So we'll go over some of the details in this doc. But if we go back to the dashboard and let's just see how many conversion events we can add. And there is a maximum of 4 conversion events we can add before we're stopped. So it is conversion event A, B, C, and D. And those are the 4 conversion events. The primary conversion event behaves just the same as all the other conversion events. The only main difference is that there are special metrics and parts of the dashboard where it will show the primary conversion event in a much more visible way. So this very top conversion does get a little bit more attention and focus on the different analytics part of the dashboard, but all 4 conversion events act exactly the same. Braze is looking for 4 different actions or 4 actions with different deadlines to measure the success of your campaign. So let's see what our options are for conversion events. So if I click the drop down, it's going to look somewhat similar to the options that we had for perform or the trigger event for the scheduled delivery. So if we go back to action base and we click on this trigger type, you will see some overlap. This one has all the triggers available, but some of these triggers that you saw will be available as a conversion event. We have start session. So if a user opened your app or visited your website after getting this message, then that's a type of conversion we can track. Did they make a purchase? Any purchase or specific purchase? And if specific, we can choose the product. So maybe it was a promotion for a very certain product, and we want to see if it led to more purchases of that specific purchase. Perform custom event, once again, gives us a flexibility of measuring what we want the users to do. Upgrade app. So did the user actually upgrade the app based on getting this message? An upgrade app is an interesting one because that's not one that we see often. And that's actually not available in the trigger drop down, at least from a quick look. I'm not seeing upgrade app. So that's an interesting one that's possibly only available in the conversion page. And then we have opens email and clicks email. Those 2 conversion events, especially with the recent changes in the email world, just aren't nearly as robust of a measurement of success because opens email Your open rates could be very inflated with Apple's new policies. And then clicks is better, but there is also a thing called server clicks where every link in your email is clicked by default, and that could also severely inflate your click rate. So we always recommend at least start session, if not perform custom event. That is the ideal. And then you'll see what's called a conversion deadline, and that says define the maximum time that may pass between a user entering a campaign and the conversion. So this is kind of saying like how many days should we look for? What's the window we should look for to see if the user will perform the desired conversion event during that time period? Let's say we send a promotion email and we want the user to buy it within 2 days. And if it takes them more than 2 days, then we're not attributing that purchase to this campaign. Versus, let's actually open it up to 7 days. So if the user buys or performs a conversion event anytime within the 7 days after getting this message, then we are happy to attribute that conversion to this campaign. That is how you measure the conversion deadline. We could even have the same exact, let's change it back to start session. Same exact start session, but measure a 7-day conversion versus a 3-day conversion. That will be considered different things. I think technically you can measure the same thing twice, but that would be inefficient. So at the least, change your deadline. And then you can actually see if you choose start session, you can choose which app specifically do you want to log sessions from. Is it your website? Is it your app? Or is it all of them? So that is your 4 options for conversion event. All 4 are exactly the same. Typically, what we see teams do is start from their top most priority event. Like we want them to do this thing after getting this message within 3 days. And then if not that, we want them to at least start a session within 3 days. And if not that, I could see them maybe increasing their deadline to maybe 7 days. And you don't always have to have all 4 conversion events. So maybe they get rid of this one and only launch with 3. That's a possibility as well. And then if there's any other details that I missed, please let us know in the comments. Or if there's any further questions, definitely take a look at the conversion events documentation from Braze. And then there is an aspect of the post-launch analytics, which we will go over in a different video. That's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.